sneaky snakes and Miramar name a better duo. Vasco made his way into 9 points overall for him and his team in Zoekt Een Naam, but in the end it was PG18 managing to secure themselves the victory there. Now the final game of the day is going to come up in just a short moment, but before we get into that, teams that have impressed us today. Moonwolf, they rise up in the final one, and now 2 games in a row with good performances. And I know Se7en, I know what they're capable of doing once they're on a stride.
Yeah,
teams have got to be worried now.
And the fact that we're seeing on the leaderboard every single time of course there can be this point split of one position to another, but then we'll have the group of teams in that kind of split that'll be so close together, and it's just going to get even. It feels it's going to get tighter and tighter. I have no doubt that even next week we're going to have like 3 or 4 teams that will be essentially on possibly the same points.
Most
going
likely.
Into the final weeks of finals. It's really crazy and it's damn exciting.
And it's once again one of those periods where nobody really steps up and says, this is my group. Because we see teams step up and say, oh my God, these guys are amazing. And then the next game, boom, it's someone else who goes up and does the exact same thing. So very impressive what we've seen from all these teams so far. Clearly, these guys know what's at stake, knows what's up for grabs in the top side of things. Of course, those of you guys who don't know, it's not just prize money and whatnot, but the top 12 teams here, after this tournament is over, will make their way into a potential chance of making it to the PEL for Phase 3, going up against the 4 bottom teams from there.
Like I say, when you mentioned that, I said before, I can't help but go, wow, that is exciting.
Yeah.
It's next level, and all these teams, they have so much potential, and of course, I wish for all of them to have the chance, but of course, it's only the top 12 that are going to make it. But this playing trajectory, all these teams are landing. Nothing super crazy or out of the ordinary, I think, from most of the teams in this last game.
Also, fun little statistical thing to throw in there. After this game, as you can see in the top left corners of your screen, we will have hit the halfway mark of the finals. And that's going to put, I think for the most teams, going to put things a little bit into perspective and saying, okay, halfway point. Let's just do a big rundown of what we've been through so far.
Yep.
We've seen us do this. Like we know how to play these circles. We know how to do this. We know how to do that. How can we maybe improve on certain things coming into the next half? And how can we maybe take things that we already have working for us and adapt that to the games that haven't been working.
Yeah.
So a lot of thought processing is going to be coming in this weekend, as these guys will have a break after today until Monday.
Of course, I think it's going to be important for the teams to look at where they're strongest and go, okay, we're confident in these areas, we're confident on these positions. Where are we weakest? And where they're weakest, just kind of go, okay, how can we make it not stronger than everybody else, but just stronger. So when we get into that situation where we have to rely on our weakest spots, that they aren't as weak as usual, and we can come into that play in a better position. But either way, Hani looking for a bit of a shot out. We've seen Riddle Esports last 2 games. They lost a member early on.
Yeah, I was just scared for a second when I saw Riddle shoot early. I was like, no, don't lose a player again. But fortunately, they were shooting at a car going away, so it wasn't really the most scary of situations.
Tornado Energy, they were looking pretty decent yesterday in a couple of games. And today, they've even, again, as I said, I think all teams have showed up much stronger. And Miramar, seeing Tornado Energy, of course, they got kind of shut down earlier than would have expected. They do occupy the west side. What do you make of this first circle, Toby? In terms of how it's kind of looking for these teams?
Interesting things to look at would probably be the whole ridge line that you have running from Besiktas up to San Martin. Like you have a huge mountain line there that is pretty tricky to maneuver through.
Okay.
So you have to go either south around or north around. And it's also very contrastful because the entire north side, like once you go north of Power Grid, it's just hills.
Yeah.
Mountains and hills. And on the southern side, it's just a big open field. So it's 2 very different styles of endings up for grabs depending on where that next circle shifts to.
That's what I was talking about. Some teams might find that they play stronger on the mountainside.
Yeah, of course.
And some teams might find they play stronger on the flatlands.
And I don't know how it works, but there are some teams, and I have no idea how
Okay.
it works, but there are some teams that really strive in chaos.
Yeah.
Like seemingly for the viewer, for the spectator, for us, it can look like there's no control and everyone's shooting at everything everywhere. And then there's that one team that just have a tendency of kind of finding that thin red line through all of it and somehow making sense of all of it. And it's those teams that can really surprise you because everyone can kind of play the structured game, but it's the teams that can really keep their calm and keep their comms clear in those hectic situations that more often than not really, really get out on top.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, Toby. When you're able to do that as a team, you don't, let's say, bow under pressure. You don't crack under the moment where you have 3 or 4 teams or 3 or 4 opponents shooting towards your compound. When you're able to keep that cool, make that calculated play, somewhat, do a matrix on it of just slow everything down around you and then kind of go, okay, this is where we do, this is what we do, this is where we move.
Yeah.
And you're able to get that counterplay. And we kind of turn around and think, what the hell happened there? But either way.
Quick
that
notion.
team, yeah.
Vex, we just saw him on the screen. He didn't have any meds.
Ooh.
You might want to loot a bit more before you start shooting at people. Moonwolf did rotate up towards him. I think that's what had him stop and look on over O'Connor. Why you no backflip, bro?
I think that was a good landing, though. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, but no backflip. So it's a
I know,
5.
right? Oof.
Oof. Tough judges
Jesus,
here.
wow. Wow, harsh. Maybe I'm being biased towards O'Connell, seeing as he's turning into my favorite player.
Oh, that's
of the
what it is.
tournament.
You're gonna have
Yeah, I
him
know.
sign
Yeah.
your T-shirt.
Hey, look, when he makes it big and famous in PL, I'll go, well, I supported him when he was a no.
Oh, that's how it is. In that case, I support them all. Because
There
I'm
you
sure some of
go.
these guys, they will indeed be... If
100%.
PUBG ever rises to become like one of the main esports in...
Isn't it already?
The world, well, to us it is, but I mean,
True.
from a global perspective, it becomes
Yep.
like the esport of the universe. Then I would say I was there for all of them in the beginning. That's going to be a lot of after parties I can go to.
I like the thought after parties. That's all.
That's all that
about.
matters. That's all that matters.
Yep. 2-0.
Yeah,
Getting
yeah.
potentially caught out.
Yeah, I mean, Clippy just got a bullet to the back of his head from Insolenzo, so clearly Tuho has been informed, I hope at least, that there's players inside this compound, and wisely so. He looked in and was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not feeling this compound. I think I'm just gonna forget.
No, I smell something funny coming from here. I'll move on out there.
It's
I'm
one
not-
of those door salesmen that come up just about to knock, but then they see the big Rottweiler, like a big killer dog, through the window, and they're like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna skip this house today.
Believe it or not, I've experienced that. I used to have a door-to-door sales job, so I know what that is like.
I
And
thought
that
you said you
has
said to
happened.
kill a dog.
No,
And you
whoa,
pushed it towards
Jesus.
the people that were
Wow,
by
okay.
the door.
Wow, we are not on the same wavelength, Toby.
I never know. I mean, crazy Irish people. What do you?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Cool. You ruthless Danish person.
That is me. Very ruthless.
We did see a no tag team and Desperado getting exceedingly close to each other. I believe no tag team realized that there was a squad there and just kind of backed off a bit for now. I think that's a bit of a wise play. Now, no tag team, we know they can pull in the kills, but like we talked about, is it worth it early game? No.
Well, I mean, if you have a position where you're already sitting well in it and it's really no loss for you, like people in vehicles and things like that, catching a guy by a vehicle who's about to go into it, and then like if you get free kills like that, of course, it's always going to be worth it. But you have to figure. Also, it's very team dependent whether you want to be in the center or on the edge. But you have to figure whether it's worth your time to sit around and do that, and worth the risk most of all.
Besiktas, they felt a lot of pressure in that last game from a number of teams, but they survived very comfortably. And they could be one of the teams where, as you talked about earlier, that actually kind of excel underneath that pressure.
Yeah.
So if they are able to do that, and they do get a comfortable position coming into the late game, I could definitely put them in a solid spot to get the high point standings, because they're looking good overall. But another good result right now. Then Alonso takes down Nail Up.
That, I mean, it just looks so brutal. These double headshots. Tudum. like, what's the counterplay? When you sit as a player and you go, oh, okay, after every game I like to watch the video and see how I could improve. Ta-dang! Like, there's no counterplay to it. It's just you going down quickly. This circle, though, it's going to make a lot of teams go down quickly, I would assume. You see the entire northeastern side of this one is going to be extremely open. Montenuevo up for grabs, of course, but how do you make your way there if you're a team like Se7en, who's surrounded by multiple teams? Riddle as well. Do they rotate through San Martin? Do they drive into the circle here? Like, they could do the big spin around now, go down over Picado and make their way in. And okay, bro, he's gonna, alongside Perfectix, get himself a finish up on towards Give It, and O'Connell goes down too.
No, tag team not having a good last game for now, but they are still together somewhat as a squad. They're not out for now. Calvin Klein.
Devin Klein?
No,
That's
because
a
I
name.
saw the D and I was like, okay, but yeah.
We can call him
a little bit
Devin.
special. Devin?
That's a name. Devin.
Okay.
Devin. Yeah, I don't know. We can call him Devin.
Davenport, but I don't know. Calvin Klein did get a knockdown to one member of Gamerlegion, so that's not too bad for Desperado. Oh, I do see, and I want to point out that Zoekt Een Naam, they seem to be the only team that are actually heading towards Montenuevo.
Yeah, they have plenty of room to work with on the southern side of the circle there, and I think they're going to be well satisfied with it. You saw Buster just getting on the vehicle as all the Riddle players came crashing in the end. Crabbing is going to go down because of it. They simply were a bit too long time in the making of getting that rotation on away from there into safety, unfortunately. Edelweiss down as well, so all of a sudden Se7en under tons of pressure.
That's not looking the strongest. Besiktas are looking to make impacts in this last game. They're making a good start. We do see Buster getting into the compound with the bike, so he's well protected, able to heal up, and obviously look to keep the Se7en team going.
But he is
approximately
500 meters away from Frank, and there's no way he can really help or support him should Frank try and make a run over towards safety from there. Moonwolf, they got themselves a good compound. The only real Achilles heel to that one is the position that Aliyah and Tornado Energy is sitting in. Only Achilles heel. So that is, if they want to look down towards Moonwolf from up top, then the guys on the other side in Wins and We Need a Home, Gamerlegion potentially as well, they'll have a really open angle on towards him. So you can pretty much only peek down in that direction from like whenever that's on the southern side of the circle, which is not right now.
Yeah, so Moonwolf could actually benefit from Tornado Energy peeking out and then them getting exposed by we Need a Home, because right now we do see, I believe it's Paul Derrick was getting a couple of shots off in the direction of Tornado Energy. So this is what Moonwolf will kind of like to see happen.
And that's what allows for them to sit there to begin with. Because had they been free to just stand up top and look down towards him, that would have made things extremely hard, right?
Exactly.
Frank, he somehow managed to get down to the compound, but was left alone immediately. Buster trying to do the great escape.
Oh, no.
But he's going to run straight into We Need a Home. Down low HP already. That bike ain't going to last him long. Of course, we all just looking at this from the map stream and trying to feed it to you guys. Jupsik in the meantime.
How is he
himself knocked down? Buster somehow survived that, by the way.
How was he able to survive all those? I know you're in a vehicle, but still, however, we do see Desperado taking out No Tag Team. I think that is the squad wipe. And No Tag Team, No Tag Team finishing 16th place.
Not the way they wanted to finish up the day in the week, of course. But then again, you cannot win all the games. You're going to have some of those tough ones in there. And it's just all about minimizing the amount of them.
And plus, as a team, they have had a fantastic week where they did climb to the top spot. So definitely, look, one bad result is nothing to really think too hard about as Avangar looking for Riddle Esports.
Yeah. Avangar have a good position. A lot of good positions available, actually, still as well. Quickmath on the east side, PG out there as well. Desperado will have to make moves toward the circle. But I don't think any of them realized that this compound was just left by We Need a Home. We Need a Home, they're sitting dead center right now, and they have been one of our... I kind of want to say they've been the team with the least amount of points throughout the entire week. And they, I mean, if they can get a good thing going here, they would be very satisfied with it.
They need a very good result. They are indeed currently lying last. And last game, they finished last with 0 points. So 57 points, I believe, right now they are currently standing on top with. And plus 4AK got a decent result.
Yeah.
Last game, so they're kind of falling even behind from the team that are just above them. So, yeah, a good result today in the middle point of the finals would definitely be a good chance of them turning it around.
For sure. DC Suicides, I was going to say, crawls in to the death of the Quickmath players. They get themselves kills once again. Quickmath, they're killing people early game. That's new. Also, we're 14 minutes into it, so it's not really early game anymore.
No.
Still earlier game.
And it's not what we, as I said, other than yesterday, it's not what we are used to exactly seeing from Quickmath, but we know they can do it. And that confidence boost from yesterday's games is probably would have helped them as well.
For sure. I mean, it clearly shows that they can go up against the toughest and get themselves the points needed in order to make their way out of the bottoms. Se7en found himself in AWM. He's going to be able to stay put for now, but they did rotate all the way over towards the post. So now they're probably not rotating any longer because all of a sudden Se7en is by himself.
We did see Ronnie on the side of 4AK was knocked down, but then Besiktas came in there and took Riddle down with a couple of nade shots. Riddle's still in it, Se7en's still there, but it feels like they're not going to last too much longer.
And that's again one of those things where you got to play this circle to your advantage, right? If you know you're Besiktas and you're good at playing those close quarter fights, whether it being in a city or a mountainside for that sake, find a place where you can execute
I know, right?
Now they're pushing through here. They got themselves 2 kills early on. Of course, we won't know if they will be able to stick around. Indeed, they will not. They need to go quite a distance through that field.
Anukhtov got run over.
That's also a thing that happens.
And got taken out, so that's not the best for
so that's
them.
Not the best.
Either way, Tuk and Adverin are going to move on down on those vehicles, but we need a home. Instantly see them firing shots in that direction. That's
are they
a bit
just
risky
crashing
play.
the compound?
Yeah, I think they're trying to crash the compound.
Okay, Avangar, they're full speed forward, crashing into this compound. I'm not sure exactly who made this call, but it was a scary one. They probably knew that to begin with, but not a whole lot of options available. And we need a home, trying to hold them off. Multiple teams engaging here. Quickmath and PG fighting as well. All of a sudden, Winside comes in from nowhere. What in the actual universe is going on here? PG eliminated. Quickmath, they're getting taken apart now as well. All of a sudden.
Winside, Quickmath, and Avangar all essentially busted in onto we need a home compound, and only talk from Avangar is essentially the only player left out of that.
That was chaotic. PG were fighting Quickmath at the same time. Both Avangar and Winside crashed into the compound, and there were just way too many kills coming in on the screen there at the same time for us to keep track of anything going on. But we did indeed lose PG18 and Winside, and now Avangar as well, all gone out. Northern Lights are still alive on the southern side. Moonwolf, they're sitting center in the compound still, of course. And then you saw Vasco down just before, but Zoekt Een Naam is still in a position to play from.
And I have to say, I'm very happy for We Need a Home that they survived all that as well.
Yeah,
I'm
was tricky.
really, really happy for them, to be honest, because they need that good result. But let's see what they can do for now. They're not in the placement points standings just yet, as we still have 12 teams alive and 40 players kept going strong. And Alonso hiding behind that fired vehicle, trying to just keep himself underneath the pressure. I think it's Desperado firing from distance.
Yeah, it's going to be Desperado trying to get those knocks on in. No shots right now, though. Bjorn getting spotted out by Page. They were not. I don't know if they weren't. I mean, they were aware that that Zoekt Een Naam were down there. I think it was just them not really being in a position to take the fight, and then Page spotting out Bjorn didn't make things any easier. That's going to be a tough break for them.
Zoekt Een Naam have not had a good run of games the last couple of days, but they're staying in this one, looking for Besiktas. Sorry, no, they were looking for Gamerlegion, but all the while Tornado Energy are looking for Besiktas right now, who are feeling a lot of heat. As Lux gets taken down by LGG, managed to hide behind the ridge.
And Aliyah has to really watch out here, because they're in a 2-on-1 split, and Aliyah has absolutely no backup should he be knocked down here. So you gotta play it safe, you gotta play calculated as well. New circle popping in just a short moment too. So really, really gotta watch out with where you maneuver around here.
Gotta say, Alonso in our minimap has done well to survive for now, but look at this Mailman right in front, knocking down Simsy.
That was a bit of a whiff to begin with, followed by a whole hell of a lot of bullets straight to the face. So Simsy is indeed gonna go down. I'm not sure exactly where that nade was going.
I think it was just kind of like, okay, that nade is not connecting. Let's just use my gun to get that kill.
I think Dylan really wants to get the flush, but he couldn't really like didn't want to overcommit to it too hard. Circle goes east. Buster somehow still alive in his little shack that he, under magic circumstances, managed to get to. And well, I mean, multiple teams aren't inside the circle now. 4AK being one of them.
Yeah, but they are full squad, so that's going to give them... well, actually, no, they aren't a full squad because Nixie's just got knocked down from the side of Rip 9. I think he'll be able to get revived up for now as Northern Lights go in underneath that ridge. But Zoekt Een Naam from a distance, they have an idea. Vasco is inside the hood. They have really good vision, good understanding of where Northern Lights are.
Yeah, that's the only really kind of downfall to the position they're playing, that if a team is sitting up on the hillside, it's going to leave this position so exposed. They have the vehicles for cover, but it's not going to make things easy whatsoever.
The only hope is that Moonwolf, as we do see, and they are firing shots to Zoekt Een Naam, that does put a distraction on the Zoekt Een Naam, and Northern Lights will be able to survive that.
Northern Lights needs to stay alive until Zoekt Een Naam and Gamerlegion are forced out into the open. Gamerlegion have rotated already. You can see Page running over the top now as well, and Tornado Energy trying to square off against 4AK. Gonna make things interesting here. They're all on the edge of the circle, but it's going to have to be 4AK pushing in towards Tornado.
I was just thinking that Tornado Energy have the circle overall. They also have somewhat of a high ground and the ridge because Mailman from the distance looking for northwest, as also one member of Tornado Energy actually got knocked down, but either way, shots are being fired through. Mailman knocked down to 22 HP.
Yeah, not going to be easy for them to play this position whatsoever. 3 guys alive and 4AK. What can you do here? Running down immediately. Northwest down as well. And all of a sudden, they're falling like flies. Aaliyah and a force back inside and get the heal on up, but Quickmath goes out, followed by 4AK. Millman and Tornado Energy stand strong, and 4 guys alive in this position right now. It's a really, really, really good spot to play from.
It was never going to be easy for AK to try and bust in through that circle, facing up against Tornado Energy. Tornado Energy had such good positions, such good high ground, and they turned their attention onto Northern Lights. Okay, bro, in the middle of the field, just not field, but the desert.
Yeah,
trying to keep himself alive.
But it's not going so well because now he's knocked. Millman gets the finish up on towards OK. Vasco tried to get the flash on in, didn't really happen, unfortunately. Other angle coming in there, and you can see now the nade distances indeed within reach for these ones between Zoekt Een Naam and Northern Lights.
We did see Edukaz getting knocked down on the side of Moonwolf, so they are far from, even though they have the compound, it's far from safe for them, as Ultra does get taken out. Doing well to put Besiktas in 9th place. Of course, it's not going to be a point-standing point, but either way.
Look at this rest coming in from Ham, so that is a commitment, and then some really, really taking it to it. Mackin needs to hold the angle, and he's doing so well at that right now. Desperados, they aren't in a position, like every time they try to peek down, they'll get shot at from elsewhere, but in the end, no, actually, that's going to be Northern Lights eliminated. Ival and T-Bone securing themselves the points. Then you can see Desperado, every time they peek on over, the teams from the other side of the road will shoot in return. Hamster gets down 1. Calvin did manage to get down Mackendock just before that happened, so at least 1 knock on each side.
Yeah, but you do see Buster on the side of Se7en Esports not being afraid to fire those shots off towards Desperado as well, looking for a couple of extra kill points for his team.
I mean, Buster knows that the more people that are allowed to push into the circle from where he is right now, the harder it's going to be.
Exactly.
And at this point, I mean, you can't hide for that much anymore. You're in the open. You just got to kind of deal with it. You see every time they peek over the top, they're getting shot. That's how Sarah goes down, and Akko is the one to secure the finish off in the end, and that's going to take out the guys in Desperado. Desperados, but Gamerlegion, all of a sudden, things ain't looking so good for them either. Mac and Dark is now the last player alive as Zoekt Een Naam utilize the third-party opportunity to push on over and get themselves a double.
But then we see the chain reaction because Moonwolf take their chance to get a couple of shots off onto Zoekt Een Naam.
Yeah.
T-Bone does take down Buster. Se7en Esports will finish in 6th position. We are down to 5 teams, 16 players alive, Toby.
This is going to be an interesting finish. Moonwolf, they've been able to stay put in this compound for quite a while now. They have a 2nd place today already. We wanted to see them impress and improve, and they have done that. We need a home. They have left the compound as well, and they're looking for a fight here with Tornado Energy.
Yeah, they are so good to survive the rushes from a couple of teams earlier on. They're still a 4-man squad. They're looking to position quite, spaciously while holding all angles and making sure they have good protection on the lips of those hills. Tornado Energy also looking pretty good where they are standing.
Bit of a stalemate. Nobody really wants to over-aggress. Waiting for that new circle to pop. And Vasco, Vasco snuck his way to a good placement last game, and all of a sudden now, Zoekt Een Naam, 4 guys alive, doing everything they can to get themselves into. As I say that, actually, I think Ivo has been finished off. Yep, this is them too. But Rita down to the circle. That's unfortunate. Probably got tagged up first, and then that last tick came in from the circle.
Yeah.
You see now as well, Dipson down low. It's gonna force him to stop and heal up. Circle, send us up. Poltheric is already in it, but Rip managing to get one. Helmet popped off. Aaliyah down on the backside. Rip by himself.
Look at Paul Derrick. He's kind of flanking around for now, but what I worry is that too much damage has been done on the side that we need a home that they're going to be able to survive that, and Paul Derrick could get shut down. Is he going to use them, though?
Yeah, that's Nate, and the thing is, he wants to push further, but you can see how exposed he would be to a team like Zoekt Een Naam on that side. Now he does push. He got the knock. He wants to continue on it. Nate's now finally coming in. Underhanded, over the top, don't want to leave yourself too exposed. It's going to fall down, might take down combat. Yeah, he's going to go down. There's no way he's going to get rest.
Melman sees where Paul Derrick is, getting a couple of bit of damage down to 69 health. But he does get that final kill on Paul Derrick. Oh, no way! Just like that, he didn't even see where Isle was.
Aaliyah getting the double. Example there to finish off things, and that is going to be the full elimination of We Need a Home. Got to give it to them, though. 4th place and 6 kills, make that 7 kills. Great step up from what we've seen from them previously, but Tornado Energy as well, they're back in it. Good performance so far, 10 kills this game up until now, and they've still got 3 teams left alive.
And once again, Moonwolf finding themselves in the top 3, finding themselves in a strong position facing off against Zoekt Een Naam in this final game. But of course, they got to be careful because Tornado Energy are directly behind them.
The only issue here is, look at this. I mean, you just saw an overview there. There's a compound, there's a hill, and there's a pancake.
Yep.
I mean, if Moonwolf is allowed to stay in there for longer, then it's going to be hard for these teams to do anything. On the flip side, if they do manage to somehow get a position in the open, we can see Zoekt Een Naam maybe get a vehicle out there or something like that, which is exploded, so that's not going to happen. If they can allow to get out, that could really pin Moonwolf inside the compound. But look at what they're pushing into. There's absolutely nothing to play from over there.
What if the next circle drastically shifts northwards?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then it's going to be hard for Moonwolf, right? They can't let themselves get pinned.
Yeah.
That's where they would get themselves pinned, and it's
we do see Akko is kind of, I wouldn't say being a sacrificial lamb. We did see a shift northwards, but not enough to actually put Moonwolf under pressure inside that compound. They're going to be able to hold that for now. Akko outside of it, looking to be that kind of a scout for his team, but taking damage from Isla.
Now my question here is, does Zoekt Een Naam forfeit this one in denying kill points, or do they try and see if they can get something more with it? Because they are, just like we saw with Gamerlegion yesterday, in a position where odds are, if they do make their way out into that road, they'll probably get killed. There's not a lot of chances saying they'll stay alive. Gotta give it here, though. Aaliyah, 13 kills in Tornado Energy. They're doing it well.
They've got literally 10 seconds or less than. We do see Tornado Energy and Moonwolf are kind of going at each other. Example got taken down to a bit of damage. It could be a chance for Zoekt Een Naam to push on through, but no, Washout does see where they are.
Every single shot they connect on towards the guys in the hill is going to be a couple of seconds times more board for themselves. Example, spotting out one. Page is going to be forced back down, and I think this is just going to be him tanking it. Yep, he's already in the blue. He's going to tank it out. He's just going to say, guys, you ain't getting the better of this one. I'm going to go down in 3rd, and they should be proud of it too. Good game, and there was not a whole lot more they could do from that spot. But now, This circle is going to send in the open, and Aaliyah and Example will get to sit up here comfortably in cover for much longer than what Edgecast and Moonwolf will have available. And look at Aaliyah being transferred over from Swarm. Really stepping up this game. 6 kills already.
That was a great shot into Edgecast. Edgecast now, he gets out in the open. There's nothing Moonwolf can do for now. Well, they do have Washout that has able to kind of push out of that compound.
The thing is, right now, it's energy at one point, Moonwolf will all be miles out, like literally in the open. The only thing is, they don't want to take this fight running downhill, and Moonwolf don't want to take this fight in the open. So it's all about who gets that first knock and gets the reposition.
That is very true. 5 players, 3v2.
I like that Washout pushed out to the tree because he's going to be able to stay there for longer. Rezo now in the vehicle. It's going to drive on forward. He needs to suppressive fire though, and it's coming in. Edgecast down low. Gets down one. Example going down in the end, and now it's Aaliyah 1v3. What can you do from here? This is going to be really, really tough, if not near impossible.
That's the knockdown Moonwolf needed, Toby. They got it done. They're now able to move forward. They have the car as a protection. They have the trees protection. The blue zone is closing in.
That makes sense. There's no way in hell they'd be able to get down from that hill. And sure, Moonwolf would have wanted that final kill. They do get the one onto Example because they were the ones to get the knock. But they miss out on 1 point on Aaliyah. I'm sure they're not too worried about it. The only thing being Moonwolf, we saw them before. They were sitting in 14th place. They need every single point they can get here. And maybe, who knows, in the end of things, that 1 point could be the difference maker. But a second place followed by a win. What a way to come back for Moonwolf.
What a way to hit the mid-ground, the mid part of these finals as well.
Exactly.
And it's just going to give them such great motivation as we'll drive through on these highlights. And even yesterday, the final game of yesterday's games had a bit of a switch around for the bottom teams getting good results. So it seems.
Maxis saw you, absolute madman. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that when the game was
No
playing.
way.
That one was right on the
Wow.
I did not notice that. That's what happened.
Yes.
Yeah, but that I don't think we saw that headshot from Maxis during the game. That was, wow, that was impressive. In any case, this one as well.
Look at this.
Pretty interesting way that this one unfolded. Winside did everything they could, but we need a home, and we need a home as well. Came out strong. They got themselves into good placement this game and got kills with it too. Just overall, I mean, we've seen some of these teams that honestly, for this week, I want to say the whole week,